What's going on, everybody? It's Jay, aka it's Ghost Story, back with another Phantom Parade showcase video, this time featuring the new Kusakabe unit, for global at least. Yellow, support. And this unit, I will say, when I see most of the community's reaction to this unit in specific, there's a lot of confusion surrounding it, because a lot of people know that he is mainly a support unit, but they don't know how he supports. Which is something I'll be able to explain in this video, since this beginning part is the kit overview. Kusakabe is a fairly unique unit. I would say he's in a similar vein to a unit like Junpei, where he's not only buffing your team, he's also simultaneously defending it. But he's also similar to other yellow units, I would say, for example, like Yaga, where he does assist the team, but he's also not afraid to fight back either. So, first things first, let's start with skill 1. His skill 1 is just a very simple sword slash. It doesn't consume any curse energy. In fact, it regains curse energy for himself. It gives him 5 CE. His skill 2, and probably his most important skill in his entire kit, is the new Shadow Style Simple Domain. It has a change state, sort of. So, you get Simple Domain for 4 turns. You also get counterattack status for 4 turns out of 2 times. So, for 4 turns, if it happens twice, you have to do it again, type thing, right? You also have ranged attack counter status. You also get your physical technique boosted, and obviously domain nullification as well. It also decreases curse technique damage taken. And then afterwards, you obviously get even more buffs, counterattack stats. I actually think it's funny how counterattack status, they changed it twice, and it says 2 times here. But besides that, you kind of just get a myriad of buffs. You're able to counterattack, and you're also immune to domain expansions. Simple as that. Skill 3 is a multi-hitting sword slash, which is very important for his passive. And his ultimate is also an AoE sword slash that lands a guaranteed crit. Now, this is important because it's going to fall into Kusakabe's passives. Now, he has his counter, where if he's hit by a melee attack and his curse energy is 5 or above, he will deliver a counter, and it also buffs his crit rate. Very, very important. This character predominantly relies on critical hits. Obviously, we've already spoke about his simple domain as well. Obviously, it makes him go into range attack counter status. It also applies 50% range attack damage taken decrease to himself. Basically makes it so he's able to tank attacks way harder. He also has the unique animation when he does take ranged attacks, and he does have simple domain up. He also has the cover status, where he's able to save teammates on attacks where they would die from a single target attack. He will nullify that, and that effect will take 3 turns to come back. And he also buffs himself after doing cover as well. But this only happens if you are in simple domain status. I'm also pretty sure he has this here as well. Let's see. Yeah. Consume 5% when taking damage, it reduces HP to 0. HP will remain at 1. So yeah, so he has a lot of like last-ditch effort survival mechanisms. But the last passive, and I would say almost the most important passive that makes him a support demon, is its crit enhance passive. So when this unit hits criticals, it goes to the crit enhance passive that stacks up to 8 times. Now, the first time you hit a crit, Kusakabe buffs the team by 45%. Straight up, all allies get damage dealt increased by 45% off of 1 crit. Now, mind you, this then can scale up to 150% if you land 8 crits, right? Or what if you build up to 8 crits? Now, you have to think about it right here. It would basically be after you get the initial 45%, you would then build up 15% CE upwards until 150%. Now, this unit will be able to display a lot of things for you. Now, by a lot of things, I mean, I have seen runs where he's solo DPSs. I've seen runs where he's primarily support. I've seen runs where he's a mixture of both. So we're going to be going through a lot of tower content, mixing them up with a lot of other units, and we will be cooking with Kusakabe. I've already showed a preview on my community post page, how he assisted with the floor 84 clear. So let's just cut the yapping. Let's get to some gameplay. I'll see you guys on the first tower floor. You know, I will say off camera, I definitely decided to choose that we're going to go slot 2 Kusakabe for basically all of this video. I have no problem with running slot 2 Kusakabe. It seems like the most beneficial experience for me. The only issue about having this team setup is that I have Kaido's SP2 node, and I'm kind of afraid he won't die at a convenient time. Oh wait, no, okay, cook, cool. All right, let's get things started. Running Mechamaru just kind of because, I guess. Nothing really deeper than that. Shout out to Go Mechamaru. Hit that boss with the spin. Can we get a crit? Crazy, dude. I will literally run everything optimally as possible, and I still won't get the benefits. Okay. And you know what? The boss is about to go for a melee attack. We're gonna have Mechamaru counter that. Nice. All right. And let's just dunk on everything. Whatever. We're here for the buff on Shoko. Got the crit rate increase. We also hit the guaranteed crit with Kusakabe, which means we get a buff for the whole team. Yaga's break damage is kind of immense. Mechamaru, go ahead and slam him in the dome. And then is New Shadow Style down right now? It is. Let's go straight into it. Let's just try to dent the skull in of the boss as quickly as possible. Now, one thing I will say I do particularly enjoy about Kusakabe is that once he gets rolling, it's kind of hard to get him to really stop. And okay, wow. The triple darkness is absurd. Holy. But I will say this. One thing about the recent spree of like DPSs who are also not DPSs, supports who low-key can DPS, is that I feel like it's a method that should stay in the game. I support this era of Phantom Parade where everything can low-key be solved by a support if it's comp enough. Get a melee in. Nice buff from Kusa. Oh, we got darkness on the boss. Doesn't matter though. Fire's still gonna hit. Shoko's final heal. But ooh. I don't even know. I don't want to ult dump on this turn, but the boss is definitely gonna like probably go into flying mode. You know what? We'll take the risk. We'll take the risk. Miss. Now, will Kusakabe also miss? There's a risk. Ah, nah, we hit W. That means we'll get another buff. And boom. You know, and it's one of those rare times where I do not bring a healing recollection bit. I just believe in the team. That's really it. That's all you gotta do. Nice. Pretty decent damage on Kusakabe. I'm not expecting too much from him because he's A0. I'm just here for the buffs, most likely. And his damage was not really on. Because here's the thing about Kusakabe. I don't run Kusakabe for him to be a DPS demon. I run him so my DPS demons can cook. And I'm also just kind of impressed that Yaga and Mechamaru was low-key, high-end relative with each other. It is kind of crazy. But we're going to keep going. We're going through a lot of yellow stages today. So I'm going to see you guys on floor 65 next. Okay, so we're here on floor 65. Not really the biggest fan of this floor. But you know, hey man, you can't always do the floors that you love. Sometimes you gotta do the floors that you hate. And since Kaido died really quickly on floor 61, I'm gonna wait one turn before I do the wreck bit. New shadow style off rip. Stack the curse energy with Kaido. For the people in chat wondering how my turn spamming skill 2 turns in a row, it is quite, oh my goodness, and the worst luck possible has struck. But it is quite literally just due to me having his SP2 node filled out for CE. That's it. Out of all people to target. Thank goodness Mechamaru builds up ult really quickly. Alright, let's do it. Cut it up. Another buff for the team, and we got ultimate. Nice. Oh wow. We're taking risk here. We are taking risk. Because I'm gonna be honest, hey man, we gotta chunk through that big boss's health bar. Or the break meter. Holy Mechamaru maxing. Let's just keep it going. Come on, Kusakabe. I just need you to crit, man. I just need you to be a crit machine. Crit demon. Crit demon. Okay, a crit. I'm not gonna lie, only I can bring a recollection bit that boosts my ability to crit, and I don't get a crit. Alright, minion is now cooked. Let's get a new Shadow Saw Simple Domain him up. I low-key have been fighting so much I forgot about it. Alright, let's dump some damage. Is that a crit I saw? Let's go. I'm not sure if y'all saw, but Mechamaru was actually like drilling through that health bar. Holy. Let's see. Can we live this? Can we cook? Ah. Mechamaru's dead. You know what? Kusakabe and Shoko will clean it up. It's fine. And that should be it. If it's not, I'll actually be astonished. Okay. Another floor done without a healing rec bit. You know, the damage actually wasn't too much of a fall off. A5 Yaga, A5 Mechamaru. Like, the damage fall off wasn't too different. So he is putting in his own work to the side while also enabling these other two. But again, we are still going. I'll see you on floor 69, I believe. Okay, remember when I said the previous floor was going to be floor 69? I was very wrong. One thing about floor 69 is that when I cleared it for the first time and for the Sukuna showcase video, I didn't read that it also has like the condition that if you use a unit that's like and they're in the counter status, the boss just spams AoE and stuns. So basically making the floor unplayable. And so we're here on floor 78 because floor 73 is a debuff stage, so we gotta go on the buffer stage to make it all make sense. And we're obviously using the GOAT Sukuna on this stage as well. The only thing that's going to stink about this floor is that it's a Jujutsu stage. Kusakabe is a Taijutsu unit, but his buffs will remain the same. We just need to land crits, and that's all that matters. Land some crits, please. Or not. Oh boy. I don't like that. My Shoko lives, and that actually surprises me. Holy damage on Shoko. Get the guaranteed crit. See, that's one thing, like, you guys know with me, man. Like, for some reason, when it comes to my luck, it is like, it's a very questionable situations I get put in, man, when it comes to just testing my luck. Trying to get crits, it don't happen unless it's the guaranteed one, I guess. Counter status. And boom, boom. Okay. Let's just keep dumping damage. We're just gonna punch everybody in the forehead with no care for our safety. Holy, can you please just fall over? The Shoko discrimination is kind of getting pretty boring, guys, you know? There's more fish to fry here. Come on. Kusakabe still won't crit. Actually, no, that was a crit. I didn't even see it. Your boy is just blind, I guess. Another stun. And of course, it's stun Shoko. Why wouldn't it? You know, we have Fuga right here. Why not? We'll build it back like super quickly anyway. That's another crit. You got 6 stacks on the crit enhancement passive. That's how we do it. I said enhancement super weird right there. Counter status, baby. Yeah. Cleave it in its forehead. Another buff. Let's put faith into this one. We actually have full stack for the crit enhancement, so that's good. Not bad, not bad. And why do we have to target Shoko of all people? This is very annoying. Very, very, very annoying. Throw another cleave in the boss's face. And more buffs. There was no... Oh, see, I keep thinking there's no crits, and then there is. Your boy's just kind of blind, I guess. We're dropping one more cleave, and then we're popping Fuga. 4 mil? Okay, we have like the full build-up from Kusakabe's passive. So, let's just kind of let it rip. Unfortunately, we do not kill here, but it's fine. 11.6 mil on Sukuna. Okay. We're gonna do some dismantles. Another dismantle. I will say, we are enabling damage, but we're not really doing too much because, again, Kusakabe is a physical unit, but we're still buffing. We're buff maxing. Did that boss just stun literally everybody except Sukuna? How nice. You know, we're just gonna buff Sukuna for this turn. And if you're wondering why I'm doing skill 1, it's because I want to get the full animation on Sukuna at this point. You know what? Was it worth it just to see this? Yeah, I'd say so. I'm not gonna lie. It was worth it just to see this. Any video where I can see the Fuga animation becomes worth immediately. Now, that wasn't the greatest clear of all time, I will say that. Then again, I did bring a Taijutsu unit into a Jujutsu stage to boost a Jujutsu unit. I just wanted to show that it could be done. Yaga would have worked better most likely in this situation since he does have Jujutsu usage. The next floor, I know for sure though, we're not going to switch it up, is an floor 84 clear, but it's going to have post commentary because I recorded it without my mic being on because I wasn't going to be 100% sure if I really wanted to do that floor for this video. So I'll see you with post commentary me there. What's going on, everybody? It's post commentary Jay here. And this is going to be my new floor 84 clear. And here's the thing. We're basically running the exact same team comp as my original clear. But the only difference is that it's Kusakabe standing in... I'm going to be honest. I was low-key forgetting what my original team was. But I realized it's not exactly too much of a similar team. I mean, Yaga is still a part of it, but Mekamaru was the main damage dealer when I brought the team for my initial 484 clear. Like Mekamaru and Yuji. But because of the buffs Kusakabe gives, he actually kind of makes it so solo DPS Yuji is the most valid option. The stun RNG is still very annoying, but as you're watching this, it actually didn't take me very long to get the, I guess you could say, optimal RNG to clear this floor with relative ease. I would say, looking back at my recordings, it only took 3 prior attempts to get this run. And those prior attempts I reset pretty early because, as y'all know on this channel, I have a pretty low mental threshold for floor 84. So I was like contemplating if I even wanted to do this floor in the first place for the channel. But I mean, it's a taijutsu stage, a taijutsu unit. We're going taijutsu style on said floor. So the main crux of the game plan, it's very simple. Combo alt with Shoko, Kusakabe, and then combo alt with Yuji Yaga. Mainly because I have both my co-op SPs on Yaga and Yuji. Now I have my co-op SP on Yaga because I also have my co-op SP on Yellow Tinjo, and that was to assist my floor 90 clear as well. It just, you use Yaga kind of everywhere, so you might as well just invest in it. So Kusakabe also gets stunned a fair bit during this run, but he still is able to build up his passive to a pretty decent degree to where we clear substantially, and I mean substantially faster than my initial 484 clear. If you watched my original 484 clear video, that took all 30 turns to clear. And it wasn't even like, 30 turns and I was confident. It was like 30 turns and I'm like, man, I don't even know if I'm going to make it. So, some combo all action going on. Yuji's highest ultimate during this segment was like around 10 or 12 million. I don't remember 100%. But I was also able to use the new Black Flash recollection bit from the anniversary banner, because if you guys, again, remember my initial 484 clear video, I had to use Like-Minded Sisters because I needed to get as much damage as I could in possible, no matter what. Because if I didn't, I would just fall off completely. With Like-Minded Sisters, at least when you get crits, you'll get curse energy, but with the anniversary rec bit, you have to Black Flash to do it, and guessing on Black Flash RNG was not helping, but during this run specifically, the Black Flash RNG was there, and I mean, Kusakabe is also a very dominant buffer, so I didn't really have any worries about like needing to get attack spamming crits and trying to get into alt state as fast as I can, because I was already building alt state very quickly. And also the little frog minion also wasn't as annoying during this run, because since we have 2 AoE ultimates now, the frog kind of just gets erased to the side whenever like it gets focused, even like a tiny bit. So you'll see like when I combo alt with Shoko Kusakabe and when I do combo alt with Yuji Yaga and the frog is still alive, the frog just kind of gets like absolutely annihilated out of reality. And then this is just me trying to build up ultimate. We're gonna go, yep, AoE ultimate for the dub. Keeping my curse energy up as much as possible for Yuji. And then I'm pretty sure Kusakabe does some pretty decent damage to the mini frog. Yeah, in fact, he kind of basically one-shots it. Like, I'm gonna be so honest with y'all, Kusakabe kind of, he makes this floor in specific a cakewalk. I will say, for the people that made it this far in the video for the explanation, I feel like Kusakabe on floor 84, on the relatively more simple side, he makes it so much easier. It's kind of like over dramatically easy. But I will say, I did attempt floor 90 with him, and I feel like A0 might just not be enough. But maybe it's because I'm not gambling all my RNG away. But if I were to attempt a Kusakabe run in the future for floor 90 on another video, I would try and do that, maybe. But I'm like really cutting it close with these recordings, trying to get the daily upload streak going. Your boy's been very tired, very tired. In fact, I'm recording this portion of the video at like 7 a.m. and I only recently finished getting all the rest of the recordings, and I still have to technically record the outro as you're watching this part. So yeah, we've been moving, I guess, and that's another stun on Kusakabe. You gotta love this floor, man. Stun, Jujutsu stun parade. But at the same time, at least Kusakabe's buffs last for 3 turns, so I don't have to be too scared, Yuji just wailing in damage. I'm pretty sure, like, if I were to, like, invest even higher into, like, how do I say this, like, level 10 Yaga, skill 3, level 10 Yaga ult, level 10 Shoko ult, I could probably do this even faster. Like, sub 20 turns, floor 84 run, it might just exist in my heart. It might just exist. Y'all might just see me flex a sub 20 turn floor 84 clear. One day. But today is not that day. Like, maybe we'll go back, we'll body slam this floor a little bit more when, how is it? When Urame comes out or something. But when Urame comes out, I will be doomed. I will be forced to do, the painful floor 90 again. Which, hopefully by then, I will have, like, more dupes into some units. I mean, I do want to get more dupes into Shoko just for the sake of having more HP, because that floor really is like an HP check floor. Mr. Black Flash over here. Calm little 11 mil. I believe that's the 11 mil that turns into 12 mil from the co-op ult, most likely. I remember, like, when I was recording this, I felt like I was in, like, a very odd flow state. I was sitting here and I'm like, wow, like, we're actually low-key kind of cooking this boss right now. Me? Cooking the floor 84 boss? Like, I'm gonna be honest, the floor 84 boss made me feel fraudulent. $5.2 mil on the skill. 3. Oh my goodness. See, seeing that damage made me smile. Now, one thing that didn't make me smile, I'm just going to spoil it before it even gets there. I absolutely despise the fact that you can take out the big boss and the mini frog stays and you have to take out the mini frog. This boss should not be special. If when Jogo falls over and his Ember Insects are still up, man, I don't care. This big frog toad thing summons his minion and the toad is still able, the mini toad's still able to stay. No. If when Jogo gets KO'd on floor 80, the Ember Insects don't stay. Come on now, that's cheating. That's cheating. Like, come on, we could have had a way faster clear over here. But this is the finale right here. There's some very light work, no reaction timing from the GOAT Kusakabe. And that right there is 21 turns. But yeah, I do have one more thing for y'all that's not a tower floor clear. Since a lot of y'all be asking for it, I also did hard sweep. So if you like hard sweep and you want to see my attempt, you know, hey man, we're gonna do another post commentary J thing. So yeah, I will see you guys in the 200 million hard sweep. Oh, put my hands in the air and scream. I'm gonna put that straight in the thumbnail too. Just smack it right on the thumbnail, just for the sake of the plot, man. But yeah, peep the damage stat. I took screenshots. I'll see you guys then. Okay, guys, and we're here at the final part of the great Kusakabe showcase. Well, not too great, but we've been cooking some content that I usually wouldn't really want to try with the GOAT, but this is hard sweep. As y'all know, I'm very vocal about my displeasure of hard sweep, but I thought, you know, everybody loves the strongest sorcerer available. Everybody was kind of hyped for Kusakabe. I've seen so many people hype for Kusakabe. I was hyped for Kusakabe, and I'm like, let's just do something special. Let's do some hard sweep Kusakabe shenanigans right here, right now. So, if you're also wondering why I didn't use Kaido for Cursed Energy Boost as my sack unit, let's just say that my Kaido, because he has his SP2CE node, he unironically has too much HP for the sweep boss to die reliably early. So if Kaido does die, it's like on turn 3 or turn 4, and I don't really like that turn RNG, so I just went with like the green Saki route, because I know no matter what happens, she would definitely get like TKO'd. But I can't even really tell y'all my game plan much, because when I did this, I was like in total flow state, because all I wanted to do was just punch the boss in the face, and I knew I could do a ton of damage, because again, sweep bosses aren't really that durable. It's just kind of a matter of balancing your ultimates, I guess, and also the fact that I'm using Anti-Yuji, and like sometimes you can do too much damage on Anti-Yuji where you could like waste a damage rotation, which I also believe I do in this run. I'm not 100% sure if I remember correctly or not, but I think I unironically waste a whole damage rotation. I think right here. Like on this turn right here, I'm like pretty sure I wasted a damage rotation, but we still cleared this nonetheless, despite the fact that I wasted a whole 2 attacks on basically a whole bunch of nothing. Like I should have just used the wreck bits here, or at least one of the wreck bits. Then we could have gotten straight to phase 2. But on this channel, we willingly make mistakes. We just let it happen. Yeah, like I was sitting here, I'm like, wait a minute, I'm not wasting the ultimates right here. I'm just gonna let Yuji get to, because I was hoping that if Yuji was gonna be able to get at least one of his hits in, he'll at least Black Flash on one of them, and he did. So that gave us our ult gauge build up, our zone state, and our crit rate increase. So that's a dub. Then we go into co-op ult. And you know, we still have our next damage rotation, but I still would have liked to have like 2 rotos to start out the second phase. And also, unlike my... Ooh. Your boy had to hit like the meanest stretch right there, but unlike my tower clears, Kusakabe was actually stacking his crit enhancement passive pretty well. So that went way better than than some of the tower recordings. Because some of the tower recordings I was sitting here, I'm like, is Kusakabe ever going to consider critting? So the crit passive was definitely a big help. And getting this sweep done. I would also say, out of all my yellow attempts, I would say Kusakabe definitely made this run overall way more consistent in comparison to Domain Megami. But I feel like that's very obvious to people that actively play the game, that like Kusakabe, as sad as it is, well, Kusakabe's a buff unit, but if you had to choose for sweep, I mean, I would prefer to choose Kusakabe. And then this is where I was like, you know what, can I try and like one tap the boss through and just get the phase 3 right here? And nah, but it's okay. It's okay. We get this, we get the clear anyway, we clearing it up. And I was confused right here. I'm like, do I start stacking it up? And I'm like, well, the boss is broken, might as well just go for the extra hits. Get the boost going. Gotta keep that passive up, man. Black Flash. Also completely annihilated another damage rotation because of my faulty ultimates, but again, we still clear. It's fine. It just shows that, again, when you're doing sweep, you can just kind of make a lot, and I mean a lot of mistakes, and still cook. I mean, if I'm being honest, I might even do like another 200 million sweep, but I might just do it with Sukuna next. Who knows? We're gonna milk the Kusakabe content well. No Black Flashes here also irked my being. That also annoyed me a ton. I also don't remember if this darkness effect actually made it so Yuji didn't hit his skill 2. Yeah, he missed, but he got his ult gauge. That's fine. And then over here, it was do or die time, I guess. Like, all of my mistakes were adding up, and I'm like, I'm gonna still get this clear, right? Question mark. Like, to be honest, this clear was 100% only possible if Yuji hit Black Flash right here, and like the darkness didn't block it, and thank goodness that 12.2 mil, it went through. It went green. We gambling here. Counterattack from Kusakabe. That's a crit rate increase right there. And I also believe, like, right around the end part, Yuji does get hit, so Shoko is, like, forced to AoE heal, and I'm pretty sure that AoE heal also helped push us to get in the dub. Look at that. Actually, no. I broke the boss. You know what? Maybe its Dementia story is just lore accurate. This was crutch time. It's clutch, Kusakabe time. Nice little black flashes, man. Now this is the moment where Kusakabe and Shoko carry to get us the finale. I mean, Yuji still lands the final blow, as per usual, but 6.4. And there you guys go. That is my slop rendition of Hard Sweep. I'm going to show the stat sheet very soon, and then we're going to go straight into the final unit review. So, yeah, post-commentary me done. I will see you guys in the review. Pretty solid. I'm going to be completely honest with y'all. Very solid. However, would I say you have to summon him? Will he make or break all of your runs? No. I feel like to this day, Shoko is still overall a more impactful yellow support unit. And I also feel like the base roster of yellow options, they can also just have you clear content anyway. Like, you can do Hard Sweep with Domain Megami instead of Kusakabe. You could do floor 90 with Junpei instead of Kusakabe. You could do floor 90 with this guy, Kaido, instead of Kusakabe. In fact, you could do floor 90 and 84 with Kusakabe. As I'm recording this, Rizzler JJK actually uploaded a video where he used Kaido on floor 84 and cleared using Mechamaru's main DPS. So, very interestingly enough, there are a lot of options that pre-exist that you can clear up to Illusory Tower floor 90. However, the Taijutsu stages that do exist in the game that do allow buffs, which is basically 84, and also some Jujutsu stages, you will see benefit from this unit. However, I will say that the most value I feel like you'll get from Kusakabe comes from A1, and I can't even really suggest you to invest into A1 at the current moment because he will return on the GSSR banners, and he will return in that triple select banner that features Red Megami, Red Jogo, and himself. So I would say wait. Hold it out. There's already pre-existing standard banner units that you can use to help clear content. He's not 100% a necessity. He's just a really cool guy to have around. He's not somebody you should be head over heels for at the moment, because even then, Yorame also exists. And Yorame is overall a way better unit. People are calling Yorame the yellow Choso, and despite the fact that Yorame is a debuffer, Yorame's passive ignores cuts from floor stages, so they're able to debuff on quite literally any stage, even if the stage has debuff cuts. So is Kusakabe a necessity? Nah. He's cool though. I will say that, he's cool, but not a necessity. But yeah, that's it for me, guys. If you please comment. Let me know if you got Kusakabe. Let me know if you're enjoying Kusakabe. Down below in the comment section. Join the Discord if you would like to converse about more Phantom Parade related stuff, more Kusakabe stuff, or just general stuff. I'm very active there. It's in the channel link in the bio. Alright? It's been Jay, aka It's Ghost Story. Thank you for over 1,000 subscribers. Again, still so unreal to think about how quickly we got to 1K. But yeah, man, I will see you guys later.